be talking to DeAnna, Emily, and Jessica, three incredible moms, three incredible athletes at Cole Road. I am so excited. But first, we're going to talk nice about them behind their backs with Packard. Packard is the Associate Director of Compliance and Projects focused on ensuring smooth operations while meeting regulatory requirements. She is experienced in leading initiatives, improving processes, and collaborating across teams to deliver results, and is known for a practical, hands-on approach and the ability to simplify complex requirements while maintaining high standards. She's been a member at Cole Road for 5 years. She is incredible. Please help me welcome her. Hi, Packard. It's so great to see you. Thank you so much for meeting with me today. This is awesome. I love it. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks.
I'm so glad to get to talk to you, and so glad that we get to talk nice about Emily, DeAnna, and Jessica.
They're my favorite gals at Cole Road.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So, yes, tell me about them as athletes, as friends.
Well, I would say that in thinking about some words to describe all three, I would say those would include strong, goal-oriented, determined, thoughtful, and kind. So all those words describe these three ladies. They're really wonderful friends and athletes.
That's so beautiful. I love that. Yeah, they are. They are so special and so amazing, and they're really putting in the work as young moms, and it's something really special to be, it's very inspiring to see. Yeah,
absolutely. Sure. And so we've seen their progress, as athletes, even with just the daily WODs. I mean, I would say all three of them show up every time. They show up for themselves, and they show up for any others that are around them. So if you attend class with them, you definitely benefit from their energy and their positive energy and their strength. Really, I mean, they're resilient. They're resilient and strong. And I do have a couple of questions about other things about them as athletes and friends. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. As athletes, how has it been like, seeing them work out throughout their pregnancy?
Okay, well, I would say as athletes, they put us all to shame. And this would hold true for any of the guys or gals that work out with them. I would say one of the biggest things that I've seen, specifically that we've seen as a group, is they tended to get stronger as the pregnancies progressed. I'm not even kidding. They just something about, well, obviously too, they're so determined and they're so consistent even during their pregnancies that they really are, they put in the work throughout. There may be a few movement patterns that they may scale on, but for the most part, if they don't have to, they didn't. And they progressively got stronger. We were astonished. We were like, wait a minute, how are you getting progressively stronger as your belly is progressively getting bigger, larger? But it happened, trust me.
Oh my gosh, they're incredible. Yeah, that's so great. So I'm going to be talking to them a little bit later. Do you have a question you'd like me to ask them on your behalf?
I would say the only thing that came to mind was, and I know this could be specific, and they're doing some of this now, but I would like to know, because they're so passionate, all three are so passionate about their fitness journeys, how do they intend on passing that on to their kids? Like in what practical ways, right? So it goes beyond taking them there while they're working out. I'm sure they would, that would be my question to them. In what ways are you thinking that you would like to pass on your passion for fitness?
I love that. That is such a great question, because it's not only being healthy now, but setting that example. And I think that all three of them are doing an incredible job of that. So I'm excited to hear their answers. Great question. Great question. Well, thank you so much for talking to me. Briefly today, we're going to have you back on another time, but I'm so grateful for this opportunity to talk to you today.
You as well, Corey. I miss you, and I'm so happy to get to see you.
I miss you too. Right. Sending my love and hugs. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks.
Bye-bye. Jessica was born born and raised in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and moved to the US on her own after earning her bachelor's degree in tourism management. Starting over in a new country wasn't easy, but it turned out to be one of the best decisions she said she has ever made. She stumbled into marketing in 2015 and quickly fell in love with it. Everything she knows comes from hands-on experience and a lot of self-learning. Today, she's the head of marketing for an SaaS company and also does consulting work. She's been in the US for 13 years, is married to her amazing husband who's in the military, and is a proud mom to 2 boys who keep life fun and busy. When she's not working, you'll usually find her at the gym, hiking with her kids, watching crime shows, or painting. Also joining us is Emily. Emily is a mom to 2 precious girls, an Air Force logistics officer stationed at Joint Base Andrews, and a proud member of Co-Road for the past 4 years. Growing up as a competitive swimmer, she developed a passion for fitness and discipline at an early age. She attended the Air Force Academy, where she was a member of the women's swim team. Today, Emily balances military service, motherhood, and fitness, finding strength and community through functional fitness. I'll also be talking to DeAnna today. DeAnna is a Southern Maryland native and has lived in Charles County for 27 over 30 years of life. She graduated from UMD with a bachelor's in computer science and worked for Navar for 8 years as a modeling and simulation engineer. But after she had Isaac in 2023, she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. As of October 2025, she has been home full-time with her lovely boys and has no plans on going back. When she's not being mom, she is either reading, baking, or doing therapy with her lab. Right. Hi guys, I am so excited to be talking to you today, and what a wonderful opportunity to get your stories out there. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yay. All right. So, first things first, did your doctor encourage exercise during pregnancy? Was he all for it or she all for it? And then were you given any guidance?
So my doctor, honestly, I don't even know if it was a question that I asked. I just knew like it's important to work out throughout pregnancy. Um, for me, I was very skeptical of like what I'd be able to do, but I think as everyone on this FaceTime can attest that my first pregnancy, I got stronger the more pregnant I got, and was hitting PRs 36 weeks pregnant. Um, so yeah, I guess I never asked the question, more so like asked the like question on the back end, like recovery wise and what I needed to do to be careful. So
All right. Yeah, I totally get that. If you're strong and you're healthy, you're like rolling forward with this. That's awesome.
yeah.
Jessica, how did you approach this all?
Yeah, it was very much same thing for me. Mainly with the first pregnancy, but then with the second pregnancy, I had some hiccups with my pregnancy where I need some more guidance, but it's still, I was still listening to my own body, what it felt right. Because I think at the end of the day, we know our bodies. So whatever feels right, it feels right. And if it doesn't, just listen to it and just modify. And at the end of the day, that's what I did.
Amazing.
Mhm.
DeAnna, how did it go for you?
Well, for my first one, I wasn't doing CrossFit and I was doing like jujitsu and judo, and they were like, yeah, don't do that. That's bad. So that one was all just like walking and whatnot. And I really missed out on like being active. But like with the second one, they were like, when you get uncomfortable, just change it, modify it, do what you gotta do, but keep moving. That was pretty much what they said.
I'm so proud of all 3 of you for your, dedication and, the health-minded goal that you had your entire pregnancy. It's so inspiring for sure.
Mhm.
Do you feel that staying active helped you physically during your pregnancies?
Yeah, 100%. And I think I had a similar experience as DeAnna. Like I did work out with my first pregnancy, but up until 5 months, I did cross-functional CrossFit up until 5 months in. And then I moved from North Carolina to Maryland and I stopped going to my normal gym. So I started just walking and doing things at home. So I wasn't lifting weight. So I noticed the recovery was harder for me. So I joined Core Road I think it was 8 weeks postpartum. And it was just so hard for me to get back at it, even though I had a few years already doing it. But my body didn't feel right. Like the recovery process was so slow for me. And fast forward to my second pregnancy, same thing as Em. I worked out all the way to 38, 39 weeks, and I felt so strong throughout. I was hitting PRs. I never been so strong in my life. And after pregnancy, the recovery process was way faster. So definitely I experienced both sides of it. And it's just interesting. It was so interesting to see how well my body adjusted to lifting weights. And yeah, I can do it. Listen to my body. And yeah, I felt strong.
Wow, that's so incredible. I'm so I'm so blown away by that. That's awesome. DeAnna, how, you said that, working out at Cole Road for your second pregnancy, how did that go for you for your recovery?
Oh, so much better. Like when I joined Cole Road, I was like 6 months postpartum with Isaac, and I could barely even do a pull up. 5 months after having Sam, I was able to do a muscle up. So I was like, significant difference.
I heard you just got muscle ups, and I was so proud and happy to hear that. I was like, yes, yes.
Yeah. DeAnna's
That's
crushing
awesome.
it.
That's so awesome. I've heard that from so many people. So yeah, great job. Great job. Emily, how about you?
Yeah, so I'll speak to a little bit different of a story because I was at Cole Road for both postpartum recoveries. And it has shocked me how the second recovery, I am stronger than I was the first recovery. So when I got back into the gym after having my first daughter, I couldn't do pull-ups for a couple weeks because my core was just destroyed from pushing. And I joke, who knew that just 5 minutes of pushing a baby out could ruin what you do for the entire 9 months and everything prior to that? But it's so true. But with my second daughter, the recovery for this one, I got back into the gym. I started working out about 4 weeks postpartum, and by 6 weeks, I had butterflies again. So it's been really cool to just see the differences in the recoveries and know like what I thought I was going to lose all over again, I actually didn't.
Yeah.
I just have to like clap for you ladies. It's so awesome. So awesome. So how did the coaches make you feel safe and supported throughout your pregnancy and then coming back? How did that go? DeAnna, do you want to start?
Sorry. Yeah, I'll start. Honestly, the coaches have been absolutely wonderful. I think every day when we started was like, do you need to modify it? Do you want to? And I'm like, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And then by the end, I did not like doing burpees with the big belly. And I think Les rolled over a medicine ball and he's like, just go down this low. And he's like, just stay there, which was great. It was good. They did a great job.
Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear that. Emily, same thing for you. Like, did you feel safe and supported the whole time by the coaches?
I think I scared the coaches a lot because I was still doing box jumps like 40 weeks pregnant, all the burpees. With Ellie, I was doing wall walks up until the very end too. So I think the coaches wanted to look at me and be like, you need to do something different because we're scared for your safety versus me being like, hey, can you give me some guidance? So
we were literally bringing out the gloves, like ready to catch the baby.
Oh my gosh. Jessica, you too. Did you feel safe, supported?
Yeah, 100%. And I think that goes like every day, right? We see that every day at the gym. But yeah, during pregnancy, during the pregnancy journey and the postpartum, they were there for me throughout all the modifications I needed, either because my belly was just too big or I just didn't feel like it that day. They support me through and through. Yeah, and then we see that, like I said, every day at the gym. It doesn't matter how old you are. We have people from like huge range from like kids, teenagers to older people, and they have modifications for all of us. So that's amazing to see them providing that for us.
We have some incredible coaches. They're so knowledgeable and can help out with modifications anytime. And that's a beautiful thing because yeah, we're all at a different point and we all got different things going on, and that's awesome. What would you say to, women out there who may be afraid to work out during their pregnancy?
I would say that you will just see like exponential growth in yourself, and not only will it make your recovery easier, but I think like you're going to feel better during your pregnancy too. I know a lot of people, they tend to just be like, "Oh, we're here, we're going to get pregnant, we're going to gain all the weight." And I personally don't like that mentality because you should be like at your healthiest while you're pregnant and growing a child and ensuring that, like they're getting like all the nutrients that they need, and working out is just as important as eating healthy. So I'd say to any woman who, is pregnant or just found out, or even at the end of their pregnancy, and they're like, "Oh, I really want to work out," like start now. It's not too late.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'll even add, right? Just listen to your body like we talked before. Like you know your own body. It's so important to just stay active no matter the level of exercise you're comfortable doing. Uh, Weightlifting is scary sometimes for people that have never done that before, but it's just so important during your journey of carrying the baby, growing a baby, and the recovery process. So that's if I were to say, like, yeah, everybody should be lifting at some degree, but just listen to your body. Make sure that you're very tuned into what it feels right for you, and just stay active. Go for a walk, go for a bike, go for a hike. Just stay active, really.
I guess to summarize, anything is better than nothing.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I love that. Your health is important before, during, after. It's always important. Taking care of yourself, being strong, being healthy. Yeah, absolutely.
And I'd add
Yeah.
in there too, like the mental part of it too. Like
Yes.
postpartum depression is such a big thing that women
Hmm.
struggle with, and
Mhm.
just being able to get out of the house and not even get away from your children, but to get out of your house. Like I was bringing
Hmm.
my first daughter to the gym with me at 5:15 almost every single morning, but being out of the home environment and moving my body and having those endorphins flow, and just people encouraging you during a transition in my life that, it was my
Hmm.
first child, like it was so beneficial to have that. So not only from the physical aspect of it, but the mental aspect of it is so
Yeah.
important.
I'm so glad
Yeah.
you brought that up. Yeah, absolutely. Mental health is so just as important as physical health. Absolutely. Jessica, I'm sorry. Did you want to say add?
Yeah, and it's too chatty sometimes. Yeah, and to add to that, right? I think we probably went through levels of that. Having that community, like Em said, the community that I found at Core Road is just amazing. So comparing again both pregnancies, what I went through after my first child versus what I went through after my second child, my the support system that I had throughout my second postpartum was so much. It made a huge difference for me in my, my day to day. I had people checking in on me, just making sure, like, oh, keeping you accountable that you're going to the gym. You have your support system, and I think on top of the staying active, that support system that sometimes you don't have. Like me, I don't have family here. All my family, my husband's family, they are like far away. So having that support system definitely makes a huge positive impact in your mental health.
It's yeah, it's not to be uh overlooked, like how important
Hmm.
that is to have and to
Yeah.
feel and how much that makes a difference. Yes,
Hmm.
absolutely.
100%.
DeAnna, did you want to add anything?
It's they've summarized it greatly.
Yeah. I mean, they did a great job. I didn't know if you wanted to add anything.
No, they're
Okay, perfect. So earlier I talked to Marikar, and she had all kinds of wonderful things to say about all of you. And I couldn't have, agreed more. But I did ask her if she had a question that she wanted me to ask you. And I thought it was a really great question. How do you plan to pass your passion for fitness on to your kids? DeAnna, if you want to start.
Big one. Just lead by example. They do mimic what you do. They like Isaac loves to hang from rings. He loves to try and pull himself up, and it's the coolest thing to watch because he's little like I am. So it's lead by example.
Jessica, what do you think?
Yeah, same thing. I think whatever you do inside, outside the home, the kids are always watching. They are like a sponge, right? They're observing everything that you do, everything that you say. So just modeling, going, it doesn't matter whatever type of exercise you're, going on a run, biking, doing, functional style workouts or doing burpees. My kid loves doing burpees, pull-ups. Even my 1-year-old, like he hangs from the bar. So it's just showing them that, this life in exposing them to different types of sports. I think that's the way to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Emily, how are you feeling on this?
Yeah, no, I mean, like DeAnna said, leading by example and just saying they're sponges. Like my daughter Ellie, she'll come usually every Saturday to the gym with me. And, the great thing about Cole Road is that kids are so welcome there. And usually there is a daycare of kids in the back of the room when we're all working out on a Saturday morning. And it's just such a family friendly and children friendly environment. And I'm so grateful that Ashley and Siggy have created an environment like that, because a lot of people do feel like their life could end when they have kids, and that's so far from the truth at Cole Road. Kids are so welcome there. But back to the question, Ellie, I have a gym in our basement, and she'll be like downstairs, and I'll say, okay, we can go downstairs. And she go up, down, and she wants to take the bar. She has her own little PVC bar, and she will squat down and stand up. And so it's just really cute to see that even at 20 months old, she's wanting to work out and do that. And I just hope that for the rest of her life that she looks positively at physical activity and, sports and all of that. So,
well, you three are all such incredible ladies, such incredible athletes, and I have no doubt that you are all so incredible at being moms. And I just am so grateful to know you, to have you all as friends. And I appreciate all of your insights today because your perspective is just so, beautiful and wonderful. And I'm so grateful that it's, being shared. So thank you so much for, talking about it today and, being so amazing. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I just hope to keep in touch with you all and keep up with all these, the baby pictures and whatnot, and just keep rocking it. You guys are amazing. So thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Sorry. Thanks for having us.
Bye-bye.